Well, we got the microphone situation sorted out, hopefully. Hopefully this episode sounds a lot better than the last one. Still working on the color effects, guys, but that's the thing when it comes with a new design. You just gotta adapt, you gotta learn the systems and learn the ropes, just like everybody that had to learn their new jobs once that relief check stopped. That was stupid. All right, let's start the episode. Alrighty, the first story, the main story of the day, the Apple AR headset. Now, this one is probably going to piss a lot of you off on what I'm gonna say, but listen, if we didn't have different opinions, then honestly, what society will we be living in? Yeah, it's a good thing we all think differently in some ways. But anyway, going over the first story, it seems that Apple has reached some issues with the AR headset. Not the hardware, the software. According to several reports, including from Ming-Chi Kuo, it seems that Apple is struggling with the new AR headset, and long story short, it doesn't seem like it's going to be coming out in April like they wanted it to be, so instead they are proposing that they will release this at WWDC, and they are pushing it to June. And it seems that Apple is going all in on this augmented reality vision that they have. They really believe in the vision for AR technology, as they are also planning to release a brand new AR software alongside of this that will have its own dedicated operating system along with the headsets, and basically it will be able to advance the project and more in further ways due to software updates. Now, this is the part that I want to talk about. The focus is now on AR, according to several reports that Apple is focusing their attention on. While I don't dispute the potential of augmented reality, I think, in my opinion, that Apple's priority is in the wrong place. And let me explain why I think that. The first and major reason is because it's simple. I think that Apple is spending more time on augmented technology when they have another technology that works and that they're not focusing. And that is simply iOS and iPadOS. macOS, I mean, if you want to throw that in there, I mean, you can, but macOS has been so polished for years, I don't think anybody has their complaints, unless, of course, you're a diehard macOS user. But taking a moment to the iPadOS and iOS, we've been hearing a lot of reports and seeing as how Apple has just been taking a lot of backseats on iOS in terms of design, in terms of features, capabilities, and it's such a shame to see this because it was just only 5 years ago when Apple did iOS 12, yes, when they did iOS 12, that their goal was to make the software in terms of performance more snappier, efficient, and also supporting long-term devices. While the long-term question is not here to discuss, the main question is the performance of the software. We have seen since the last several releases that Apple has done very few but minimal changes to iOS, that the software doesn't even feel stable at times and really doesn't feel what it felt 5 years ago. Now, you can argue and say, oh, we've come a long way in terms of its design, we've come a long way in features and capabilities, but the one thing we haven't come so far away is exactly what we were working on 5 years ago, and that is the performance. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I do appreciate the steps that Apple has taken. I do appreciate iOS being what it is and iPadOS being what it is. But the problem is they are not at the level that they need to be. And if you want any further proof of this, just take a look at the way they've talked about iOS and the way that they presented iPadOS as a laptop replacement that they're still trying to sell to the general people, that you can use an iPad as a laptop, but with all of that hardware and all of the capability, the software is still slacking. And seeing these reports that Apple wants to focus on AR as the future, while I don't deny there's huge impossibilities that can be done with AR technology, focus on the one thing that everybody uses in their pockets, especially if you're gonna try to sell this headset for $3,000 or $2,000, whatever the reports are. I'm sorry, Apple, but your priorities are in the wrong place in the wrong time. There are people that are using iPhones, iPads on a daily and need that to be at the top of its game, not some headsets that are going to be used to compete against the Oculus or replace your Apple TV. If you want to focus on something, start with the consumer hand product, then we'll focus on AR headsets. But until then, I ain't buying into their vision, and I don't know who else is gonna fall for that. Alrighty, let's cool my blood sugar for just a second. Story number 2, taking a quick look now at the MacBook Air, it seems that this is also going to be pushed for WWDC in June as well. It seems that this time, however, the new refreshed MacBook Air is reportedly going to be getting a brand new size configuration. There are some reports saying that Apple will debut the M3 chip. Me personally, I don't even know what they're doing at this point. They're releasing M chips as if they're like CPUs for iPhones at this point. They're basically treating MacBooks like iPhones. But to be fair, they're focusing on the 15-inch, and if the 15-inch is the main target for this year, then that will be a big game changer for the Mac lineup, because now people can buy a bigger Mac and still save some money and don't really need all the pro specifications. I like the MacBook Air. I think the refresh design is, well, it's just the MacBook Pro, but yeah. But the point is, it does the job better, it has MagSafe, and does have its capabilities. And including a 15-inch with more ports and also some flexibility is the way to go. So I actually am looking forward to this product, and kind of looking forward to see what Apple does with it when they position it with the Mac lineup. And now a word from our sponsor. Anyway guys, as you know, here at the Technoid Show, we have a great partnership with Rogue Energy and Slate Milk, two great companies that have taken the trip with us, and I appreciate their continued support. And I am proud to announce that we have now just secured a third affiliation partnership for the show, and in the name of a company that I have been using for almost 2 years, I am of course talking about Super X. Super X is the merchandise that you go to when you want superhero-like gear, but if you're a workout fanatic like myself, this is for you. Super X makes high quality fashionable shirts, high quality t-shirts, high quality sweaters, jock pants, anything you want, and they make it at such a nice range in variants. They do have a nice hefty price, but I'm telling you guys, the quality matches. You will not need another set for at least a good 5 or 10 years. Who even knows? The material is that great, the quality is great, and right now they have an incredible 80% off sale that will not only get you brand new merch, but it will also get you your introductory into Super X. And to celebrate this new partnership / promotion, I am here to offer my unique code that they have given to me, and I want to share it to all of you. Head on over to the link in the description, check out the Super X sale. You can get yourself an Origins t-shirt for $17. You can get yourself a tank top for $17. Use the promo code in the description, save yourself some money. And remember guys, when you use the promo codes for either Rogue, Slate, and now Super X, you are helping the channel, furthering the partnership, and you are helping the channel grow. Special thank you once again to Super X for taking the journey with us, and you will be seeing them featured in my channel here on out as I wear their clothes all the time, just not tonight. And yeah, thanks a lot, Super X. Now let's finish up this story with the final episode. And last story to final story, let's talk about the iPhone 15 for a second, because that video did very well the other day, so why not just make it the last story? It seems that in regards to the thinner bezels, that design that I was talking about, it seems we have an update now from Ross Young. Ross Young, as you know, is the king of supply chain, the king of the man who knows when something is good. And according to Ross, it seems that yes, Apple is going to bring this design not only to the iPhone 15 Ultra, but they are bringing it to the iPhone 15 Pro. It seems that these new thinner bezels will stretch more across the line of the phone. It will be a lot more thinner to the screen to body, and it will improve the efficiency of the iPhone when you use it in your hand. You have more screen to work with, and it will also adjust the aspect ratio by a slight smudge. Now again, this is only for the Pro model. As we know, the Ultra is going to be getting the titanium bezel and also the titanium build itself. So we don't know exactly what that's going to be, but the reports say that the design again is based off the Apple Watch Ultra, and we did see the USB-C port in a leak from literally out of right field. So just focusing on the 15 Pro for just a moment, I think it's going to be a great follow-up. I hope that this is the phone that Apple finally sells, because they need to simplify this lineup. They have got to get some sales out of the 15, and maybe making the 15 Pro the bigger model, that might work in its favor. I don't know, but Apple needs to do something, and maybe tweaking the design, giving it the dynamic island and USB-C might be enough. but we'll have to wait and see what happens. And that's it for today's episode of Tech Noise. Now, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, you can hit the dislike button. That helps circulate my videos as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all on the next episode. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care, stay safe, have a good day, and peace!